I am not bouncing off the walls from excitement. Do you truly see me as some sort of revenge-hungry maniac? Well, I am not. Sorry to displease you, but I don't actually enjoy praying for people's downfall. What I enjoy is getting ready for lovely balls and looking as beautiful as the carnage that is sure to ensue. Though I have to admit, I am always beautiful. What an attention seeker. I was just about to compliment you, but now that you're rushing me, I feel a little reluctant. Ow! You brute. How can I get married with such a bruise on my arm? My wife is going to tear off my clothing and see this mark, and I'll have to explain to her I've been pummeled by my ally. You better not do that at the ball tonight. They're going to think of you as a wild bodyguard instead of a docile partner. I'm sure it's hard for you to act timid and shy, as your natural personality is a riot. But do try, Princess. Only if I tone down the dramatics. When have I ever been dramatic? I am the least dramatic person ever. Trust me, compared to the floors, I am almost stoic. They're our target tonight. Once again, the floors and the Vanderwoods are extremely close. We should try and take them out at the same time, if possible. Now, are you ready? Then take my arm, and let us enter the ballroom. I see our seats over there. Let's sit down. After you, Princess.
Good evening, Your Majesty. May the kingdom of Amaryllis remain standing forevermore.
Viscount Fleur, please. No need for formalities. Good evening to you too. What a stunning pair of dress shoes you have on this evening.
Goodness me, not as stunning as the ball you have prepared for us tonight. These shoes were a gift from Goldwyn, but I am not sure where he is at the moment. What a pretty lady you have by your side tonight.
Ah, yes. This is my lover. Won't you introduce yourself, Princess?
No, the pleasure is mine. I do hope you enjoy yourself. It is not common for those below nobility rank to enjoy the luxuries of those above them. It is a fleeting, yet otherworldly pleasure you must experience at least once. Oh, Goldwyn, there you are.
He couldn't have been more clear about his disdain for you. Once you get your throne back, should you wish to buy out his entire fortune, I won't stop you.
Greetings, Your Majesty. May the kingdom of Amaryllis remain standing forevermore.
Rise, Lord Vanderwood. No need for formalities. How are you on this fine evening?
I find myself quite alright. And what of you?
Truly, surely, if you were fine, you will realize that your darling daughter is wearing the same gown she wore last year. Do not take offense, Goldwyn, I am only trying to look out for you. But imagine what other members of the elite might think. Wearing the same dress is for people of a lower class than ourselves. You must look out for your family. You never know what people could be saying.
Indeed. I thank you for your advice.
I find it rather interesting that Viscount Fleur is able to recall what Felicity Vanderwood was wearing a year ago. You two are closer than I initially thought.
I could say the same about you and your lover here, Goldwyn. You won't believe the darling little nickname he gives her. Princess! Can you imagine?
Why, of course. I want to wed her and make her my princess as quickly as possible, you see. I have a feeling that you understand how I feel, seeing as you married your wife with such a rush. The heavens above must have seen your true love and blessed you with a child within 7 months instead of a full 9. It is a miracle that a child premature by 2 months has such a healthy constitution.
Please, Viscount, allow me to pass you some wine. Would you like some, Your Majesty? My lady?
I think I shall hold off on the wine until later in the evening. What about yourself, my angel?
No. Very well.
Suit yourself. Say, gentlemen, where are the rest of the families? I wish for my fiancé to befriend the lovely ladies of the elite.
Oh, my lord. For our daughters and wives to be introduced to a lady such as your fiancé, I fear that the class difference may be too wide for both parties to communicate properly.
Nonsense, Lord Vanderwood. You are too humble. The elite is plenty refined enough to associate with the likes of my princess. Come along, darling. Did you see what Lord Vanderwood has done with his mustache? It's like he slaughtered a rat and plastered it above his lip. What an absolute travesty. Now, let me try and entertain the gentlemen. And you go introduce yourself to those young ladies over there. The taller one is Fleur's daughter, and the other is not a part of the elite. I believe she's part of the Carson family. They will eat you alive, but I know that your jaws are probably wider and sharper. Find whatever you can.
Oh, good evening to you. You must be the young lady His Majesty finds himself enamored with.
Good evening. What a lovely ball gown you have on.
Well, of course. She is the Crown Prince's fiancée. It would be shameful if she waltzed in her usual maid attire, no?
Lydia, let us remain civil.
I did not know that civility meant that I could not tell the truth. And look at her. She seems completely unaffected. Say, what tricks did you use on him? What could you have possibly done to enrapture him? Are the maid uniforms shorter than I last remember, then?
Lydia, I do not believe the Crown Prince to be such a glutton. For if that were the case, he would have long fallen at her feet, seeing as her bodice leaves nothing to the imagination.
I beg your pardon?
Why, I was just wondering if you would flaunt your lovely figure to the prince. He would forget all about his fiancée if your neckline was lowered by at least 1 centimeter.
Angela, mind what you say. Imagine what people would say if a lady of your status was rumored to be talking down to a member of the elite.
I imagine that the consequences would be disastrous. As would the rumors of your father being an avid gambler at the gentleman's lounge my older brother runs. I must say, Lydia, for a family that can afford that string of pearls around your neck, you all seem to be rather reluctant to pay what you are owed.
Angela!
Oh, leaving so soon, my lady? It was a pleasure meeting you.
Good evening, my lady. Angela, come outside with me. Let us take a stroll. Angela, I can't believe you would discuss such private matters in front of such an esteemed... Well, not esteemed, she is but a maid, but a person so closely associated with the prince.
Lydia, we are close, so allow me to be frank. My brother is beginning to get angry that your father has not paid him back for all of the bets he has lost. Customers are being lost because they believe that the Carsons favor the Fleurs. We have been lenient, but there is a limit. I know that it is not your fault. It's your father's. But you need to tell him to do something.
Listen to me. You cannot tell a soul what I'm about to say. Are we quite clear?
You have my word.
You see, my father is friends with the Vanderwoods. We have done them the great honor of paying the ransom fee when their daughter Raina was kidnapped a few years ago. They're still paying us back, and with that money, we can settle our debt.
And how much money have they left to pay? The debt under your name is around 10,000.
They still owe us about 5,000. But listen, if they resolve their debt, we'll just kidnap Raina again. This time she is with husband, and I hear that he is rather wealthy.
Excuse me. Again?
The Vanderwoods have always been a part of the elite. We just needed that step up, you see. Say, if we kidnap Raina and hide her out in one of the large stables your family owns in the suburbs, we can fake the ransom being paid and then split the so-called debt repayment between both of our families. You are a very capable woman, Angela. It's a shame that your status gets in the way of you getting to teach at the Royal Academy. But if you were a part of the elite, you could do that and much more.
How did you kidnap her last time? Didn't Raina catch on that it was your family who was behind it?
Of course not. We switch out our servants often. So she never recognized that they were one of ours that held her hostage.
I see.
Oh, darling. You've gone pale. I've scared you, haven't I? We didn't hurt her, not at all. Her body, her chastity, her dignity, it was all intact when she was freed. And anyway, this is only if the Vanderwoods don't give us extra money on top of the debt they owe us. You needn't worry. That old buffoon, Goldman Vanderwood, he needlessly gifts us with trinkets and the like. And if I dislike some of the jewelry he gives me and my sisters, we can pawn them off and gain the rest of the 5,000.
That is more comforting to hear.
See, it's all going to work out in the end. But you mustn't tell anyone, or that debt isn't going to be repaid and you won't get your shiny post as a professor in the Royal Academy. In fact, I would make sure that whatever you spread doesn't reach my father's ears, Angela. Because although Raina remained unscathed, you have to remember that she is part of the elite. You, on the other hand, I can't stop my father if he wants to. Ensure your silence. But this is all hypothetical, right? Because you won't tell, right?
Yes, Lydia.
Oh, you're such a lovely girl. I must take you out to go shopping one time and treat you to some dessert.
Goodness me, Your Majesty. You have a sense of humor I've never encountered before in my life.
Well, you bring out some of those sides of me, Viscount. Oh, you're back, Princess. Come, sit next to me. You must try some of that dessert. And wipe that triumphant smirk off your face. You look incredibly suspicious. Here, have some of the sorbet. Say, ah. Oh, please. No need to be all bashful. Look at her. She's never been one for affection, Viscount Fleur. I'm afraid she's rather cold to me.
Now, my dear. It isn't every day that you receive affection from a prince. With a man like him, you should be at his beck and call, not as his maid, but as a woman.
Ew. I mean, how very correct you are. Please, try the sorbet, my love. Say, ah. That's better. Oh, goodness me. Look at her face. Darling, are you feeling quite well? I must apologize, Viscount, but it seems like my fiancée is under the weather.
Truly, she seems quite alright to me.
Oh no, she's keeling over. My poor angel. I apologize, Viscount. I shall have to take her to the doctor's. She's a fragile thing, you see. Feel free to enjoy yourself. Though, I would advise not enjoying yourself too much. As old Goldwyn has. He should manage his liquor a little better. Good night.
Farewell, Your Majesty.
Ouch. I'm sorry for kicking you underneath the table back there. It's just that you're not a very convincing actress. I told him you were sick, and there you were, grinning away even after I told you to keep your mouth shut with sorbet. It worked with my younger brother when he was a kid. I thought it would work on you too. Now, tell me the details. Don't leave a single thing out. I had nothing from Goldwyn. He passed out, and I had to converse with the Viscount Floor. I have to say, I think he's a gambler. The Carson family had approached him once, and it looked like the Viscount had swallowed a porcupine out of guilt. But that's about it. What about you, Princess? Yes, it was Reyna who was kidnapped. What about it? Shut up. That did not happen. If that were true, then this whole thing could be solved in an instant. We don't need to take out the Floors and the Vanderwoods, then. We just need to let them take each other out. You wouldn't know this, but old Goldwyn Vanderwood is quite the violent man. The Crown once had to pardon him for attempting to instigate an illegal duel for honor. Or what they call a noblesse oblige duel, when he was refused the right to marry his wife. I wonder what he'll do to the family who's rid them of their daughter momentarily, and drained them of their money. We must talk about this matter close to the butler's lounge. Then it is bound to spread around to nobility, and eventually to the elite. Good work today, Princess. It seems that I have made the right choice in making you my right-hand woman. Now, did you actually like that lemon sorbet? Let me fetch some for you then. You rest here. You've done well. We can cross our first 2 foes off the list. 2 down, 3 to go. Yes? Oh, I don't kiss and tell like Lady Fleur did back there. What I have in store for the Queen is for me to know and for you to find out. Take your mind off our duties and have some dessert, my princess.